Off the coast of Barbados, well beyond where the waves break, it's a mystery so deeply strange, people have trouble making sense of it.
Something bad happened to them, but absolutely no one knows exactly what this bad thing is that occurred.
Two American tourists who set out on a routine ride on a rented jet ski and then vanished.
What about piracy? What about human trafficking? What about things like that? And they were just like, no, that doesn't happen here.
2 years of questions, so many possibilities. What happened to Oscar Suarez and Magdalena DeVille? It all started at the end of June 2019. 32-year-old Oscar Suarez and his girlfriend, 25-year-old Magdalena DeVille from Montclair in Bloomfield, New Jersey, arrived in Barbados for a week-long vacation.
They were celebrating her birthday, actually, when they went off on their trip.
Susanna Cruz is Oscar's older sister. She says on June 24th, 2 days into the trip, the young couple decided to rent a jet ski.
They were hanging out on the beach right outside their hotel. There's a lot of different vendors out there.
This surveillance video, never seen publicly before, shows what happens next. Oscar and Magdalena are on Holetown Beach near their hotel on the western side of the island. A man walks up to them and it's believed tells them he has a jet ski to rent. A few minutes later, Oscar and Magdalena get up from their spot and walk over to where the jet ski is located.
All their belongings were left on the shoreline.
Like they had every intention of coming back.
Of course.
We then see them meet up with the jet ski operator identified by authorities as Art Neil Abbey. They push the vessel into the water and ride out. They were both wearing life jackets. The images here are harder to see, but eventually they change direction, that white streak in the water as they keep riding, until eventually they ride out of frame. It was supposed to be a short trip, but 2 years later, they're still missing.
For me personally, this is the only case of that nature that I'm aware of.
Kareem Smith is a journalist with local news outlet Barbados Today and covered the story closely.
The jet skis, the speedboats, all of the water sporting activity happens quite parallel to the shoreline.
After the jet ski operator didn't see them when the ride was supposed to be over, he contacted other businesses trying to find them, then quickly called police.
It was an extremely big deal.
A massive search begins, eventually covering more than 600 nautical miles, and included the local Coast Guard, regional security forces, the U.S. Air Force, and both families head to the island.
And we walked along the coastline and we were asking everyone. We even got in touch with the jet ski operator who rented to them ourselves.
But hours turn to days. Authorities start to lose hope. The search is called off.
It certainly is a sad situation for us and a concerning situation for us.
Then 2 weeks after they disappeared, the jet ski is located.
In the middle of the water by a French naval ship.
More than 200 miles from the beach in Barbados, the jet ski was recovered near the Guadeloupe Islands. The vessel was floating and in good condition, but there's no sign of Oscar or Magdalena or their life jackets.
We were not satisfied. We won't be satisfied until we at least know what happened, even if it was an accident.
Records obtained by Fox 5 show the jet ski did have 4 gallons of gas left in the tank, but the engineer who conducted the inspection found a battery cable was not connected. That engineer also found poor maintenance would have led to corrosion. The broken cable could have prevented the engine from restarting. We tried calling Art Neil Abbey, the jet ski operator, but multiple messages were not returned. He was charged with not having proper insurance or a proper license and fined just $450. Oscar's family rejects any conspiracy he was trying to disappear. The single father of 2 would never leave his children behind, they say. Neither would Magdalena, from a tight-knit family of her own.
Having closure is something that the parents, I feel like my parents deserve it. I feel like Magdalena's parents deserve to know what happened to their child.
And we've been in contact with the Office of the Prime Minister in Barbados. They turned down our request for an interview. Susanna says the families will not stop searching for answers or their loved ones. Dan Bowens, Fox 5 News.